I'm Chris Lawrence with a look at your headlines across North Texas. And let's start in Dallas, where Homeland Security officials say ICE agents raided a strip club. They arrested 41 non-citizens last Friday during a raid on Chicas Bonitas Cabaret off Harry Hines. Most were club workers taken into custody on immigration violations, but 5 of them had prior criminal convictions. Agents also seized $30,000 in cash. We also have some new developments from that attack on an ICE facility. Miguel Angel Garcia's family is speaking for the first time since doctors took him off life support. They tell Brittany Costello he gave everything to those around him, right up to his final moments.
This video shows the moments a gunman fired at a van of ICE detainees in Dallas last week. For Stephanie Goffney, it shows her husband's final moments. Miguel Angel Garcia died in the hospital Tuesday after she says he was shot 8 times.
And I keep thinking, like, if Miguel were here, you know, what would he want? He would want us to be okay.
What this video doesn't show is what attorneys say happened inside this van moments before the shooting.
It makes me feel really proud of him.
When Garcia introduced himself to another man, attorneys say Garcia told him about his wife, their 4 children, and his baby on the way.
When the gunshots started, he threw himself on top of this young man, telling him, "I may not make it. Get under me so I can protect you."
It's a story immigration attorney Rocio Martinez says she heard from the family of a detainee when they walked into her office looking for help. Their loved one was also in that van and made it out alive. They say thanks to the man who died saving him.
He tells his mom that he hears, every time he closes his eyes, he hears Miguel Angel's voice and their conversation. And so it is a very traumatic experience.
But an experience Martinez says she was compelled to share, to shift the focus from why he was in custody in the first place, after being arrested for drinking and driving and evading police.
So that his children can be proud of their father and his children can know that their father died protecting someone.
Goffney says Garcia's actions that day do not surprise her.
He died a hero.
She says that's how he should be remembered. In Fort Worth, I'm Brittany Costello.
Hunt County is one of the fastest growing counties in Texas, and families there now have fewer options for emergency care. Hunt Regional Healthcare just shut down its ERs in Commerce and Quinlan. The hospital board says it costs more than $15 million a year to keep them running, and with so many uninsured patients, reimbursements didn't keep up with the costs, and the system couldn't absorb the losses. Officials say it's not just unpaid care. Inflation has made drugs and medical supplies more expensive, and it costs a lot to staff a rural ER around the clock. One ER will be replaced by an urgent care, and critical emergencies will now be sent to Greenville. Unfortunately, that's a 22 to 25-minute drive from Commerce or Quinlan. The Dallas City Council says it could cost up to $100 million to repair City Hall.
Do we need to stay here? Do we need to consider moving and going somewhere else and repurposing this area?
Councilmember Chad West says the building has all kinds of issues, from outdated restrooms and HVAC system to the water fountain shifting, causing leaks in the underground garage. The building opened in 1978, and later this month, the Finance Committee plans to discuss its future. Mansfield just celebrated a major accomplishment ahead of next summer's FIFA World Cup. During the topping out ceremony, city leaders and FIFA officials signed the project's final Still B. Mansfield Stadium will be the home of the North Texas Soccer Club and will serve as base camp for one of the World Cup teams. If you're single, you know dating can be daunting, especially if you're new to North Texas. Morgan Young introduces us to a woman on a mission to make it easier by applying some of the same principles journalists use every day.
What's your name?
Derek.
Derek, I'm Elspeth.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Elspeth Wimpy is not afraid to talk to strangers.
Okay, I'm Elspeth.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a dating journalist.
Especially for a crucial cause.
What's your what's your pickup line, for lack of a better word, for get someone to talk to?
I'm literally like, are you single? And I said, no, don't worry, I'm not hitting on you. I'm a dating journalist. Okay, Derek, when was the last time you went on a date with a girl?
What is a dating
A
journalist?
dating girl is just investigative reporter on all the things about dating and how men approach women these days and how women approach men and just the whole dating game.
And it's a game the 30-year-old grad student says has grown harder for her peers as we've swapped in-person romance and meet cutes for dating apps and sliding into the DMs.
People do not know how to communicate. And it's because technology, the apps, they hide behind the screen.
So with microphones tucked into little espresso cups, dressed in her now well-known athletic set, and her videographer in tow, she hits Dallas's popular Katy Trail to get the scoop on the singles in the city.
Grace, what kind of guy are you looking for? Bo, when was the last time you asked a girl out? Did y'all meet? Were you set up?
She expected people to think her videos were interesting because of the topic, which she didn't expect.
Oh, thank you. Do you follow me on Instagram?
Was to become somewhat of a celebrity on the trail, or for her videos to put up big numbers.
I wanted to talk about dating because it's such a hot topic, but I didn't think it was this hot of a topic.
There's also something else she could not have anticipated.
So I was running down the trail with my dog. We were on a little adventure and along came Miss Elsbeth, and she approached me and asked if I wanted to be in a video for a dating show. And I just moved to Dallas, didn't have a lot of friends, and initially wanted no part of it. And I just kept going. And I said, no, thank you, have a good day.
But for some reason, that day, 24-year-old Pete Fisher said he decided to change his mind mid-run.
I think it was like an act of God almost, or something like that. He was like, you will meet your future girlfriend if you go back and do that interview. And I was like, all right, we'll do it.
Would you ever ask a girl out on the Katy Trail?
Yes, I would. I actually did yesterday.
This video got 147,000 plays on TikTok and dozens of comments, including one from a woman named Peyton, who is now Fisher's girlfriend.
We have been together for almost 2 months now, and I am so in love, and she's everything I could have ever wanted in a woman.
Elsbeth's videos are actually helping people connect.
They get hundreds of DMs, especially guys.
Really?
Yes.
So you're kind of a matchmaker.
In a way, a matchmaker, but I'm interviewing people and then I want people to figure it out on themselves.
Oh, she commented on. Oh.
And when it comes to what she has figured out about dating in Dallas from all of her investigative work,
People are hungry for in-person communication. And so with these interviews, I hope to show people, approach people, take the risk. Don't be scared. Just take the risk and do it and make a conversation.
in essence, don't be so afraid to talk to strangers. You just might meet your soulmate.
Now, I asked Elsbeth about the most common complaints she hears from both the men and women she interviews on the Katy Trail. Tune in tomorrow morning on Daybreak to hear her answer. It might just be the push you need to find your person. In Dallas, I'm Morgan Young.
Yeah, even if it amounts to nothing, 9 times out of 10, all you need is that one spark. And those are your headlines from North Texas.